This is Sean Keith with Keith Law Group, an NWA car accident attorney. If you're watching this video, it means you have questions about your property damage. So property damage is something that, generally speaking, our clients handle on their own. At our law firm, we are glad to give clients advice if you have questions about it. But watching this video will give you a head start in dealing with a property damage, which I don't get involved with because I don't want to charge a fee for. You've got to use the money to either buy a new car or get your car repaired. But if you watch this video, you're going to understand what you're entitled to in general in regards to the property damage. If you have any questions after watching this video, give us a call. We're glad to help you and assist you in any way. So here's some real big points in regards to property damage. Either your vehicle's going to be repaired, okay, at the repair shop, back to the way it was, or it's going to be totaled. Now, whether it's repaired or totaled is negotiable to a certain extent. I don't know exactly how insurance companies determine whether to total a vehicle. I think age has a lot to do with it. The fair market value of that vehicle has a lot to do with it. If you have a newer car, it's probably going to be repaired a lot more often than it's going to be totaled. It just depends on a lot of different factors, okay? If it is totaled, what you're entitled to is the fair market value of the vehicle. What does that mean? It means if you're going out on and you're trying to buy this vehicle or sell this vehicle, you are entitled to that. Now, the insurance company is going to have a formula, that computer program that they run it through. You know, I've dealt with them on occasion. I've dealt with it personally. You know, half the time I think it's just a load of you know what. But here's the thing. You only have so much wiggle room in your negotiation with them, and you've got to get a new car, and they kind of know that. So go to Car Gurus, go to Edmunds, go to Blue Book online, and get an idea of a real good basis for what your car's worth in the area in which you live. Start there, and that will give you, and whether it's trade-in value or retail value, you'll have a pretty good idea on the fair market value if you do that. Now, if you know somebody and you can go down to a dealer and they'll write you a letter saying this car is worth X, then get them to do that. That's a great proof. The problem with property damage, and the reason generally we don't get involved, is you need a new vehicle, and your only alternative, if you don't reach an agreement with the insurance company, is to file a lawsuit. And if you file a lawsuit, it's going to take 18 to 24 months to recover. And all that time, you're not going to have a vehicle. So we don't want to go down that road if at all possible. Now, do you deal with the other driver's insurance company for the repair or the money for your vehicle, or your own insurance company? It depends. It depends on how responsive the other driver's insurance company is. A lot of times you can just deal with them and you can negotiate it to either get it repaired or get a check, and it's fine. If it's not that way, if you're getting the runaround, I would say if you have full coverage and you have collision or you have comprehensive, go to your own insurance company. You are going to have to pay your deductible, but you might get a better price on the fair market value. Now, in addition to the fair market value or repair of your vehicle, you're also entitled to a couple more things. Number one is a rental car, and you're entitled to that until they make a basically, what I've seen, the practice is they will rent a vehicle from Enterprise, and it's not equivalent to your vehicle, although you can negotiate with them. I've seen clients do that too. But they'll rent a vehicle for you until they make an offer to your vehicle to replace it, or until your vehicle's out of the body shop. So they will do that. Your own insurance company will do that, assuming you have that coverage. So that's number one. You only get it until they make that offer to buy your vehicle. And then they'll say, turn it in, or you'll have to pay for it. The other thing I would remind people of, if you don't get a rental car, you're entitled what's called loss of use, And loss of use is the price per day that you were without a vehicle. So if you have a grandparent's car, you have a parent's car that doesn't drive very much, they have an extra one, use it and then make a claim, and you can do $30 to $50 a day, what the typical price of a rental car is, for loss of use. And generally they'll pay you for that period of time that you were, from the date of the wreck when you were out of a car until the day they make an offer to you for the fair market value of your car. You'll get that. So hopefully this is helpful. I'm Sean Keith with Keith Law Group, an NWA car accident attorney. If you run into a real roadblock, feel free to call us. Bounce it off of one of the attorneys or the case managers. I'm not going to charge you a fee, and I'm glad to be a sounding board. And if I absolutely have to, I'll get involved in the negotiation. Thanks.